down for the practice. I recommend a bolster this morning or a pillow, and then maybe a block, either a yoga block or if you don't have a yoga block, books. A stack of books work as well. So just take a moment, gather your things, and we'll meet back here on the mat. We'll start with our journey to the heart reading today. It is July 7th, in case you're wondering. Recognize the signs. Sometimes the universe gives us warnings. I was driving down a local highway in New Mexico, a safe distance behind the car in front of me. Suddenly, the driver slammed on his brakes to avoid a huge puddle, a flood of water in front of him. I stopped short, but the car behind me was following too closely and rammed into the rear of my Jeep. I got out and inspected the damage. My car was fine. The woman who rammed me had dented her bumper. No one was harmed. I got back in my Jeep thinking it was over, but as I drove off, I began to wonder. Something about the incident still nagged me. Several weeks later, I was driving down a fast-moving two-lane highway. Behind me was a large truck loaded with cars. In front of me were several cars. In front of the cars was a school bus. The traffic was moving at least 55 miles an hour. Suddenly, I saw the brake lights from the cars ahead. The school bus had stopped to let a child disembark. I pulled to stop behind the car in front of me. Then I remembered the lesson from the accident a couple weeks ago. Sometimes I can stop safely, but the car behind me can't. I looked in my rearview mirror. The truck loaded with cars was frantically trying to stop. I pulled my car off the road onto the shoulder, giving him an extra car length. He screeched to a stop behind the car in front of me. Had I not noticed, not pulled out, we'd all have been piled up. And the children in the bus? Sometimes accidents happen without warning, but sometimes the universe gives us a nudge, a little sign. We don't have to become paranoid. We don't have to think every event means something, but we can trust ourselves to recognize a sign when we see one. I think that that's true for me personally. Not anything like that, but I do notice when things keep showing up over and over and over again, when you see the same patterns, when you see the same ideas or the same images that pop up over and over again, that it's definitely something to take note of. It's known as synchronicity. If you've never heard of that, you can look it up. Pretty interesting stuff there. But yesterday, for instance, this weekend I've been working on some of our chakra series and doing some recordings and things. And I've been doing a lot of reading on the chakras as a result of that. And not one of the ones that I focused on this weekend, and we'll focus on some in today's class too, was grounding. So grounding is the color red. So I've noticed the color red coming up a lot. As I did my reading yesterday, it talked about grounding. When I pulled a card yesterday, the card was get grounded. In my dream, it was the right to be here, which in a dream I had last night, that came up, and I didn't even notice it till I was writing it down this morning, that the right to be here, and how that was also related to the root chakra. So when things like that come up, it lets you know, or it lets me know anyway, that like, hey, universe, coincidence, not planned. I trust you, which just happens to be what my shirt says, but it lets me know that the universe really is listening. It really does have your back. So yeah, so with that, we will hop on our mats and we'll get started with a supportive yoga for this morning, to where you really can feel how you're supported and held by the universe, and how the universe really does have your back. So go ahead, take a moment, get settled. We're going to start on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana today. If you have a pillow or a bolster and you want to lay it down behind you, you can come to lie on your back. Take your time here this morning. We will get to Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're already there, you can stay there and breathe. If you want to just take some time laying on your back and feeling your body this morning, bend your knees one way and then the other. Stretch your shoulders out, let them fall open. Let your arms fall open to the side. Make cactus your arms. And then try to get your hands to come down and touch the mat. If you're on a bolster or a high pillow, it can be a really deep stretch through the front shoulders. And then we'll make our way to Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees wide apart. You can rest your palms on the ground, palms face up, or put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. If you need to be more grounded this morning, if you're feeling a little scattered, you can flip your palms face down. Me personally, feel like I need to receive some energy. Receive. Palms face up is our receiving. Palms face down is grounding. So just be aware of your hand placement. Close your eyes. Start to tune in, listen into your body. Those signs from the universe that we were speaking of, they don't yell at you. They're usually a whisper. You do have to be willing to pay attention. You have to be quiet enough to notice. Kind of like those nudges and guidance from your soul. You have to be quiet enough to hear it. It's these moments of stillness that bring our bodies into a parasympathetic state, that bring our nervous system out of the fight, flight, go, go, go of the everyday, and bring us down to a level where we can really hear ourselves, the voice of our soul, the voice of our heart, and tune into our intuition. So we'll lay here quietly for a few more breaths and just listen. notice as you lay here if you're ready for the next thing. If you're wishing this would hurry up. If it's difficult for you to lay in the silence, see if you can tune into your own body. Notice what you feel, where you're opening just by laying here. The sensations within your body. Of course, if there's pain, we don't want that. Sometimes it helps to put pillows under the knees, really prop yourself up. The sensation is different than pain. See if you can feel and be in the sensation, be in the moment, without a lot of moving around. You can send your breath into any tight spaces. We'll very slowly and gently start to make our way to a seated position and remove any pillars or props from behind us. Take any movements that you need to come up into a seated position. We'll start to move our spine just a little bit to wake it up. You may just rock forward and back. You may go from side to side. Move your neck. Again, to feel where you need to move, you have to listen, to tune into your body. And hear what it's asking for. Feel where you feel tight and constricted. I could direct you through every movement to make, but then we seem to turn out more than in. That's okay. But there are times when it can be helpful to close your eyes and just tune into yourself. So for today, I invite you to do that. I will give you direction to get into the poses, the general overview of the pose, but then what you do with it when you get there is completely up to you. We'll come over into child's pose, so we'll make our way onto our knees. Again, option for knees wide apart or together. So to lay your chest down on the mat forward and walk your hands to the front of the mat. Rest your forehead on the mat. You have a lot of options here. If you have a block, you can put it under your hands. You could bring it in between your legs and sit back on it to give you some additional support there. If you have a pillow or a bolster, you put it under your hands, your wrists, your forearms to get a deeper shoulder stretch. You can also just put your elbows and your upper arms on the mat and come into prayer hands behind your head, stretching out to the back. Whatever you choose, try to drop into stillness and be here for a few breaths. Rise up slowly and gently. Be kind to your body. Just come up on the palms, taking your time, looping your shoulders forward, up, and back. Lift your chin to the sky, stretching through the front of the neck. And then curl your chin in. Push in through the back of the neck, the cervical spine, the shoulder area. Notice how gentle movements affect your body. Head up, chin toward the sky. Take any additional micro movements with the body that you need to. And chin down. Come up onto all fours. And then gently make your way to your belly. You take a shoulder stretch. So put your right arm out to the side. And then gently start to roll over onto your right side. You can stay here, just like this. You can take a pillow and place it under your head, or a block, and place it under your head. Bend one knee, the top knee behind you. Take a half bind or a full bind. Take your bottom hand, your left hand, and bring it around behind your low back. Looking for a deeper stretch this morning, you can bring both feet flat on the floor. Again, wherever you go this morning, just try to find stillness. And breathe. Roll Settle back to center. Take a moment here. I'm going to go to the other side. If you're working with limited space, it helps to work your way all the way over to the right side of your mat before you extend your left arm out wide. Extend your left arm out long. And you just slowly start to roll over onto the left side of your body. Notice how the right and left sides are different. You may just stay here with both legs extended. Your right arm on the floor. Option to bend one knee and then the other. You take a half bind behind your back. Just listen in with your body. Through center. Again, slowly and gently. Simply transition to a cobra. Elbows underneath the shoulders, wrists and hands straight out in front of you. A gentle lift through the front body. And start to look over your right shoulder, back towards your right toes. Stretching through the left side of the neck, easily and gently. No forcing, no pushing, no pulling. And back through center. Look over to the left. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Place our palms where our elbows are and transition up to an upward facing dog or just a more lifted cobra. So for a more lifted cobra, you're going to continue to ground your feet, your legs, your thighs down into the mat. Just lift up to your front body. For an upward facing dog, you'll simply ground through the tops of the feet and lift your knees to a hover. And then come up onto all fours. Tuck your toes and downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. And gently lift your knees to a hover. Shine your sits bones. back towards the back of the room, and then shift them towards the ceiling. Start to ground down through your heels, keeping a bend in your knees this morning. You may walk it out from one side to the other. Let your head and neck go. Just take your time. And bring our left foot into center. Lift our right foot to a 3-point. And you start to take some circles with the hip one way and then the other. And we'll get set up for our pigeon pose. So bring your right leg in. Place it with your shin parallel on the mat. Left leg stretches out behind you. This is a great place for all of your pillows and your props and your blocks and all of those things. So you can take a pillow and place it here on your mat for you to lay your chest down on. You may take a block under the outside of a hip, either one, the right or the left, if it's high off the ground. I like to place one, and you can see it better on the other side, between my right foot and my hip, and then just come to lie down, resting on one ear or the other. We'll be here for a while. Our right hip is our right side body is our relationship to others. As you lay here and breathe again, remember that whatever that you Now gently rise back up. Move these props and blocks out of the way. Swing your left leg around and we'll take double pigeon on this side. So stack your left foot, ankle on top of your right knee. Fire log pose. This is also called double pigeon. Sit with a tall spine. You may just sit here and breathe. If you can fold forward, if that feels good, option to do that now. If you're in your pigeon on your right side and you're working through some things and you want to stay there, you can always stay in the poses longer. We'll transition from here onto our left side, so you're not going to miss anything by staying right where you are. We'll rise back up. We'll switch sides. We'll come back to all fours. Curl our toes under, and again, slowly peel our hips up towards the sky to a downward facing dog. Gently walk it out, feeling the difference between the right and the left side of your body. Taking whatever movements you need to. We'll plant our right foot, lift our left foot towards the sky. Let's take some gentle circles with the hip, with the knee on this side. And then we'll bring our left foot forward, left leg, shin parallel to the mat. And start to make our way into pigeon on this side. Option again to take a block. I like to put it behind my left foot. In between the foot and the groin area. Again, you don't want to force it to do something it won't. So if it's curled in, that's okay. You can still put it there. You have it there more to support that hip than you do foot alignment. Prop yourself up with any pillows or blocks. And just start to breathe. Left side body, our moon side is our side. It deals with the self, how we relate to ourselves, how we show up for ourselves. It can be a very emotional side as well. We hold so much energy, so much emotion in our hips that when we're in these deep hip openers, we're releasing all of that. It can be very difficult. Just do your best. Sigh out where you need to. use your Ujjayi breath, those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, those audible breaths to help you stay in. Stick with the sensation. Oftentimes, the poses that we resist the most are the ones that we need. Again, if you feel any pain, please make adjustments. It's a lot of sensation in the hip, but you should not feel a lot of sensation in the knee or the ankle area. There may be a little, but it should not be intense. Few more breaths and then we'll transition to double pigeon. Again, you always have the option to stay here. If you'd like to go ahead and make your transition to double pigeon, you can do that now. Start to rise up, shift our weight to the right side, move any props. Left side rather. Take your right ankle on top of your left knee, right knee on top of left ankle. Well, that's a mind teaser. Opposite knee on top of opposite ankle. How about that? Again, option to fold forward if that's in your practice or if you have the space to do so. Option to just sit with a tall spine and breathe. And we'll start to make our way to Janu Shavasana. Extend your right leg out, your left foot knee bent. Turn your body towards the right side. Coming to a stretch. Let your head and your neck go, let it fall over. You may want to take a pillow and lay it over so that you have something to rest your head on. You could also take a block here and drape your arms. If it's a longer pillow, you could drape your arms over the top to play around with the different heights. be here for a few breaths, so get yourself set up. Rise up and switch sides. Left leg comes out, right leg curls in. Make any counter movements that you need to before you twist and fold. Again, I like to take my arms by my side so my fingertips are pointing forward. And then gently guide my upper torso so that it's in line with my toes, and then fold forward. Another option is that you can take a block if you're using one and put it out, play with the different heights. You may find that you accidentally find something that feels really good. Maybe isn't stretching through your leg at all, but rather the back of the neck or the back itself. This is not about how deep you can go. It's not about touching your toes. It's about listening to the sensations in your body and honoring where you are today. If you're struggling with this, I highly recommend a block or a high pillow or two pillows stacked together on the thigh area, and then just to drop your head. It gives a wonderful stretch in the back of the neck. Anywhere. Relax and breathe. Gently rise up from wherever you are. Take both legs out to the sides in a wide-legged forward fold in the seated position. Move any meat from your sits bones out of the way. You may need a lot of pillows and a lot of blocks. You can always come and just lay your chest down between your legs if that's available. If it's not, take some stretches with the neck. Take whatever you need here. And then just start to hinge forward from the hips. Sometimes it helps to put your hands on your side body and just feel yourself leaning forward. Flex your feet back towards your face and just breathe. Rest your hands, your forearms down in front of you. You can take a block, bolster, pillows to rest your hands on. You can take books to all different heights and just rest your forehead here. Again, it's not about how deep you can go. It's about looking for the sensation in your body that you need. The longer you stay here, the more open you may become. I invite you to curl through the spine, to let the head drop down and relax, and to just breathe. Just a few more breaths. We won't be here long. Gently rise up. Move any of your blocks and things out of the way. Legs together. Paschimottanasana, forward fold, arms up overhead. Take a big stretch through both side bodies. Flex your toes back towards your face. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then fold forward. Take a gentle movement that feels good here. Rise up. We'll bring our feet into Supta Baddha Konasana, or Baddha Konasana rather, because we're just sitting. Start to massage your feet. Give your feet a gentle rub. Thank them for supporting you. Give them a squeeze. And then we'll start to make our way onto our backs. Come onto your back. Curl your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Love yourself. Extend the legs and the arms out long. Take a full body stretch. Point and flex through the toes. And take a gentle spinal twist. Let your legs, your knees fall to the left, look to the right. And come back to the center and switch sides. Just let your knees gently fall in the opposite direction. Come back through center. Your feet to the sky. Take waterfall, let your feet go. Option here to put your hips up on a block. And then lift your feet up. Be relaxed through the feet, the ankles, the knees. If there's any additional poses that you would like to take before we end our practice, go ahead and do so now. Options here could be shoulder stand, headstand, if that's in your practice. If you make your way into shoulder stand, make sure you go through plow and deaf man's pose. Headstanders, take your counter pose in child's. A few more breaths. If there's anything else that you would like, anything else that you need. We'll all meet on our backs for Shavasana. You may choose to take a block, a pillow. A block doesn't really work, but a pillow. Place it under your knees. Lie on your back. Snuggle your shoulder blades down. Palms face up or down, arms out by your side. Take up space. It's one of the benefits of being at home is you can take as much space as you need to. Close your eyes, tune in, let go. Feel yourself held and supported by the earth. Option to stay here as long as you would like. When you're ready to come out, you'll gently make your way over onto one side. Make your way up to a seated position. hands together at the heart. Light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. I hope that you were able to feel supported, you were able to tune in, listen in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.